It is time. It is time for the final November Novella Livestream. Oh my gosh, we made it. Who would have thought over a month ago when we started this, where we would be now? Hello everyone, I hope everyone's having a great Friday. And yes, you are correct. This is not the second time that I did this intro because I forgot to hit the start streaming button. This is the first time and I'm a one-take Jake. Don't ever doubt me. Don't ever doubt me. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. You made it. You made it through the week. You made it through the hardest part. Now you get a couple days to rest and relax. For all our American viewers, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good time. Hello, everyone in chat. So nice to see you. So nice to see you. I see we got Atario coming in hot. We got Lantern Valley, the potato. Love it. Creative Otter, Walter, Shirk. I got you. I got you, Walter. Creative Otter, hello. Pasca, hello. Katie, hello. Day Swallower, calling me out. Hello. How do you already know the big reveal? I haven't done it yet. We got Hell Jumper. Hello, Hell Jumper. How are you doing? Isabel, always so nice to see you. So glad to have you here. Phantom, hello. JPB, hello. Oh my God, we got the whole crew. Let's go. Wow. Wow. It's gonna be a fun day. You know, when you do November novella, you gotta do something big at the end, right? You gotta have fun, but also, in the vein of everything else, we're still here to write. We're still here to write. Also, I see Kiera, Margot, hello, Fusen, hello. Oh no, are we missing Just Guy? Just Guy, hello, are you in here? This would be crazy to make 39 of the 40 out. Okay, Just Guy is here. Whew, close one, close one. Happy Thanksgiving, hello, hello. Just about to watch your video on why every great story has a quest, but the stream started. Oof, oof. I'm here, probably. You are here, you are here. Everyone, hello, JPB, making sure I call you out, hello. JPB, which I found out just recently stands for, if I remember correctly from the Discord, Jello Peas Bacon. And I've been calling you Jelly Peanut Butter, so I'm so sorry. This guy says, love the new video. Yes, you know, I have been sitting on that video for a while. I felt really good about it. That doesn't always translate to a video that's a big, a big hit. But the idea of the quest is a big one. It's a big one. If you haven't seen the video, hope you check it out. If you have seen the video, I would love to hear your opinions. Do you agree, disagree? Is there something that you would tweak about the idea of the quest? Whatever it is, I'd love to talk about it. That video does a lot of stuff, like that whole intro and that middle section is done in Blender. I have always wanted to find some way to include some kind of like 3D art. 59, I see you in here, hello. I've always wanted to find a way to include Blender in some sort of creative outlet. I've always loved it. I'm not great at it, but I'm getting better. And I was able to do a really fun little Blender intro there. So that made me very excited. Keep it in the back pocket. Love it. Okay, real talk. The video going out next week might be my most unhinged one yet. Millennium Storyteller, hello, hello. Might be the most unhinged one yet. Justin, hello, welcome. Okay, so here's the deal about next week's video. Next week's video is an homage to Weird Al Yankovic, but not in the way that you think. Hold on, no parody song, no parody song. It does kind of look like RuneScape, doesn't it? Yes, I did do that. It is an homage to Weird Al Yankovic, but maybe the side of Weird Al Yankovic that you don't even know about. Weird Al Yankovic, back in the day, maybe even pre-YouTube, did some, he used to take these interviews of other celebrities, and he would build a set that looked like the set that the celebrity was interviewing in, and then they would cut around all the parts where, you know, the celebrity wasn't talking, and build a whole new insane unhinged interview out of the selected, you know, clips that they had. And let's just say Stephen King gets real weird in the old days. So yeah, Stephen King gets real weird. So I took an old interview of his and cut it up into a new interview. And I hope you like it. It'll be really funny. I hope. Next week's video is about the importance of comedy and why you should and how you should use comedy in your writing, the 3 different levels of comedy. So look out for that one. Stephen King is a strange man for sure. All right. So let's talk about the plan today. Before we get too far, you know what needs to happen. I need to thank Pro Writing Aid for not just partnering with us for this live stream, but the entire month's worth of live streams. I personally believe that if I had run a bunch of ads on this live stream, especially while we're writing, it would have been not nearly as good of an experience. And Pro Writing Aid was willing to take a chance on something that we had never done over here at Writing Theory. We didn't know how it was going to go. We didn't know how awesome everyone was going to be in the chat and making great progress on their stories and building such a great community. But they said, you know what? We trust you to do this and to do it well. And so that meant a lot. So thank you, Pro Writing Aid, for not only supporting the channel, but allowing us to do a live stream like this without having to bombard anyone with ads. Bombard, I sound like a pirate. I sound like Bluebeard. Is that what Dave Swallower said? So yeah, you know I use Pro Writing Aid for editing. You'll see it on my screen. All that great stuff. Only one other thing to say. The next live stream that we are doing will be for Starlight Farms Kennel for Talking Dogs, a full breakdown. Everything I like about it, everything I don't like about it, my entire Scrivener project, Q&As about the process, about the product, about publishing, about coming up with ideas. Any questions you have, I'm going to be there to answer them. Full exposure. Sometimes that sounds bad when you say it, and this time it's helpful. Because of that, you can get the ebook right now. I found out only US only for the sale I'm running for 99 cents. Physical copies still the full price. Feel free to check it out. If you don't care about spoilers, you should still come to the full expose live stream. You'll learn a lot of good stuff about Scrivener, about writing processes. Great time to ask questions regarding specific things in drafting, editing, and publishing. Even things like formatting your book to go out on an e-reader. So all that stuff coming up December 13th. More details in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, check it out below. I see we got someone new. We got D.O. Armanquinor. Hold on. Let me work. Let me cook. I'm okay at this. Armanquinor. Eh? Welcome to the live stream. You made it to the last one. Justin says, don't worry, Carson. No matter how crazy you think you made Stephen King sound, is actually more sane than he is. Honestly, I didn't have to cut things out of context. He just says things out of context that are weird, okay? Even in context is weird. All right. So let's talk about what's happening today. Because we have a little bit of the normal live stream. I asked you, I heard you, people saying that, like, yes, it's fun to celebrate, but we also want to go out strong, go out being productive, you know, working every single day on that story. Let's be a little productive too. That being said, I also want to spend some time today asking you about your stories and asking you about the progress that you made. So here's what I'd like to do. As we go, let me pull up my other screen over here. I'm assuming everyone here is in the Discord. I'm gonna make a thread on the November Hangouts. Oh my God. Tario, there's a GIF in November Hangout that you posted that will not go away. I can't not see it. Live stream. I'm making a thread in the November Novella Hangout in the Discord, and I want you to post your working book title, a 2-sentence synopsis, and how many words you got down in November. If you go into the Discord, you will see that. Now, why do I want that? Why am I going to put this? Yes, Atario, it is the frog one. Of course it's the frog one. How could it not be the frog one? What I want to happen is I want you not only to go in there and put those details in there. I don't want you to just do that if you started a story in November. I want to know about all the progress that you made in November. And what I'd like to do is to just read some of those things out here on stream and just highlight all the crazy progress and all the awesome stories that we had being put together in November. Just a chance to be able to say like, hey, here's what people are working on. Here's what we were able to sort of put together as a community and celebrate it. That's it. Yeah, and then I got something a little special planned for you. You know, with writing theory, you never quite know what you're gonna get. That's scary. Because I think Novella November needs to go out with a bang. So I am very much looking forward to the end of this live stream. I'm not looking forward to missing all of my friends. So everyone, thank you so much for spending your time with me this month. I say we have a great live stream. I say we have a great time. I say we celebrate the progress that we made and we don't stop making progress. If you love writing in this kind of setting, take advantage of the live stream playlist in the description below. After today, I will make sure it's updated with every single video that we have. Kay says, can I put all the stuff I've been working on school projects too? Use your judgment. Really, I would say go in there trying to highlight the thing that you worked on most throughout November. If you split up between 3 projects, let me know about those projects. If you worked on one major project, but you also did kind of this other thing off on the side, use your judgment. What was I saying? I had something good. Wait a minute, it's coming back to me. The playlist, boom, he's back. If you like writing in this kind of style, take advantage of the recording. Some days were better than other days for productivity. And then also, lo-fi music, you can find it everywhere. Promodorotv.com if you really need a little touch of Carson somehow. Don't clip that one. If you need if you need something to keep you going, you can find it. Keep making progress. Novella November was just our focused attempt at getting all the stuff down that we need and putting in that effort, getting in that discipline. We had some great progress. I can't wait to see what you put in that Discord chat. Don't go too crazy in that chat because I'm going to have to scroll through it to find information. That's all I ask. Awesome. That being said, before we start doing some productive writing, we'll probably do like 40 minutes of writing today. Before we start doing a ton of writing, Before we start doing that, how are you doing? How are you doing with your story? Are you at any roadblocks? Do you have any questions? Are there any story things you've recently uncovered that you want to talk about? Because that's where these live streams really come in handy. So, let me know. Otherwise, we'll start doing some writing. Scared to look in the Discord. Lantern Valley says, I was at the bank today, and the banker is an avid reader. We've chatted about books before. That's always a good feeling. You know, in a past life, right when I was coming out of college, I worked at a Books A Million. One of the better jobs that I had, to be honest. One of the best minimum wage job that I had. And I had a few of those. And being just around books all the time, honestly, there's some mental effect that just made me happier. Just being around books. I mean, the job itself was any other sort of job, but being around books, that was good. And being able to chat about books. It's nice when you find another reader where you're like, hey, have you heard of Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss? And they're like, dude, that book's awesome. Just Guy says, I am ready. I'm ready. Lantern Valley endings are spooky. Endings are. Remember, though, you may not nail it on the first try. You can always keep improving it as you edit, as you get more understanding of your story. All right. Well, I think it's maybe time to do some writing. One of our final sprints. Oh, you know, I do have a question to ask. I think it's like 5 royalty-free lo-fi songs on this playlist. Are they burned into your brain yet? Like, are you sick of them yet? Especially those who have been in the live streams for so long. Are you sick of these same 5 lo-fi songs? Or are they just background noise? I hope they're just background noise. That was sort of the intention. And Millennium Storyteller says, I'm near the climax of mine. Near the end of draft 1. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's great progress. Isabel says, I always mute the channel, play my own tunes for writing. You know, on some of the lives, I don't have any. Like, since I'm just using this microphone, I don't have any headphones in. I never hear the stream. I don't hear the lo-fi music. So I'm just, what would the right word be? I think the Gen Zers say I'm raw dogging the stream. Some things you can't take back after you say them. Oh no. I think that was not the right move. Normally, I write to music. The songs have become like static. Music's fine. I'm gonna be honest to play my music. You should. Grump says, spicy tonight, huh? Hey, it's the last live stream. No repercussions. No consequences. Just kidding. Clipped. You know what? If I can be here to just bring a little bit of joy to your life, then that's what I'm going to do. Even at the cost of my own integrity. You get one. You get one of those jokes and it's already been spent up. Whoa. Isabel, get that out of here. Lottie. Sometimes I need music for an emotional boost. Very clinical. I'm just playing with you, Isabel. Don't feel bad. I was just playing with you. I thought it would be funny. All right, here we go. I'm surprised that passed the YouTube censor. Oh no, what have we done? I think my mom watches this stream. Isabel! Oh yeah! All right, guys, here we go. Settle. We're back. The chaos, it was here. We're back. And now is a great time to take to take that energy. Take that energy and channel it to your story. So let's do our first oh Lord. Let's do our first writing sprint. You know how it works. 20 minutes on the clock. Let me click on over here. You can see my word count. 20 minutes on the clock and lo-fi music up. Let's do it. We only got 2 more of these. Let's do it. Good luck, everyone. I will see you on the other side. Let's do it. Wait, that was the wrong one. one is done. Look at that. How'd everyone do? What kind of progress did we make? At 36,175. Nice. Dreams, hello, welcome, Dreams. Jessica says 400. Why did I say that weird? 400. Millennium Storyteller 400. Katie Star 307. Margot is at 130K. Dreams, 5 words. That's 5 words you didn't have before. Still counts. Still counts. Isabel, 765 words. Nice. Had a sequence of the antagonist ripping herself apart to form minions. Whoa, that sounds sick. That sounds sick. That sounds like a lot of fun to write. I love those scenes. Any scene that you get like stoked to write is an easy scene to write. You know what I mean? Phantom 158, JPB, Jello, Peas, Bacon, nailed it. 233, Pasca 408, Walter 130, let's go. Atariel 300, Helljumper 554, Kiera 135, Day Swaller 236. My God. You ain't never seen a live streamer be able to read numbers like this. Ariana says 355. Nice. Ariana also. I don't know if I've seen you around here before. Welcome to the chat. Lantern Valley says outlining the ending. Dun dun dun. Justin says got mostly distracted, outlined the next 2 scenes in detail, moving forward on rough ideas. And precise events and sequences. That's why I was asking about the cork board. Justin, someone in this chat, and I can't quite remember who it was, did their physical, like they're planning for the story with the physical note cards on the cork board. I wonder if that person is also in the chat. The good news is, you know, depending on the size of the cork board, they seem to be not as expensive as something like a whiteboard. When I was in college, I wanted a big whiteboard in my room. And of course, all the whiteboards I could find that were going to be like the size that I wanted were like hundreds of dollars. So I saw that you can get a 4x8 sheet of what's called white melamine, I think is what it was, at Home Depot, Lowe's, any of your stores that do building materials. And you can have it cut to whatever size you want, and it works perfectly for the whiteboard markers. It's just not magnetized unless you do something, you know, to make it so, if you need that aspect of it. But I was able to spend like $13 and get like a 4x6 foot whiteboard to go in my room. And I would get up there with my whiteboard markers and draw every single planning step down, and it felt so satisfying. I never did the cork board, but I hope you find that same satisfaction. See what else we got. 59, 260 words. There you go. Got distracted trying to outline my last quarter. That's okay. That's okay. Lantern Valley, you do some crazy planning. Crazy. Phantom officially started your protagonist training arc. Nice, nice. Is that gonna be like an almost anime-inspired story? Or are you doing like that kind of big arc? That sounds like it'd be fun to write. You know, I love progression fantasy, if anyone knows that genre, and lit RPG. Lot of fun. And they have lots of those kind of arcs and elements. In fact, Rob J. Hayes, who I interviewed on this very channel, does a series called Titan Hoppers that's advertised like Star Wars meets Naruto. It's a lot of fun. Lantern Valley says, stoked to get into drafting it. That's the plan for all of December. First draft of this outline was done in 2017. That's how it happens sometimes. That's how it happens. Pushpin's going to melamine just fine. Good to know. Yeah, you're right. You know, it's not a very hard material. Has anyone here read Dungeon Crawler Carl? Speaking of progression fantasy, lit RPG kind of stuff, Wild Ride. Wild Ride. Definitely very like adult focused, but just like an absolutely crazy audiobook experience. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Rated M for mature, I guess is the best way to say it. Walter, heading to sleep. Just wanted to stay with you all. Hey, all those live streams you showed up for, I hope you made some great progress, Walter. Thanks for tuning in while you could. Love it. Leonard Valley says, other 4 novels were over 350K, but after revising them, they should shrink. Hoping the initial draft of this one will be shorter because hopefully I've learned what not to do. You know what? That's the good thing about writing, right? Sometimes you do a project and you don't complete it, maybe. Kind of peters out, but you still learn something about the process, hopefully. Even the projects that don't ever come out into the public to be published, you at least try new things and sort of refine how you like to go about writing. That's big. That's important. 69 says, lit RPG is something I'd like to get into, but it feels daunting keeping track of everything without having that moment, that Rocky forgot moment. I don't know what that moment is, but I will tell you, a lit RPG book worth their salt. Make sure you know at least all the important details that you're going to need to know for upcoming events long before you actually need them. See lots of hearts in chat. I'll join in. Hearts in chat. Hearts in chat. Love it. JPV says, I picked up Dungeon Crawler Carl on the Audible sale. It is a very adult reading experience, but it is very funny, much like a lot of dark comedy. Hope you enjoy it. Creative Otter says, most of my writing will be shorter once I get to the final stage because most of them are world building. Here's the question. So there's the idea of underwriting and overwriting when it comes to drafting. Where do you think you fall? Do you think you write just the bare minimum of what you need to get your story down, and then as you edit, you kind of fill in some of the holes, add some more scenes? Or I think more commonly, do you find that when you're doing your draft, you write a lot of stuff kind of with the knowledge that I'm gonna have to like slim this draft down a bit? In Starlight Farms, I wrote pretty bare bones. I kind of just knew here's all the things that need to happen in this order. And then afterwards I went in and I built more moments to help build towards like payoffs in the climax of the story, or character moments to really, emphasize certain themes for certain characters. So for that book, underwrote. In this book that I'm writing right now, I definitely feel like I am overwriting, especially in terms of letting my characters have like fun moments together. I love that. But if I do that all the time, if every other scene is me going overboard, letting these characters have their moments, that's probably not going to be a great reading experience. So in that case, I'm probably overwriting, and I'll trim it down just to the best of the best. Dream says, I write a lot of stuff. Same. Isabel, I think I generally underwrite, except my dialogue heavy scenes tend to be way over and very, very relatable there. I find dialogue to be the easiest thing to write, especially once you start to get a hold of who your characters are. And dialogue does so much heavy lifting. Definitely do both. Overwrite, underdescribe. We fix that in post. Millennium Storyteller says, I'm such an underwriter, but my plan for this one was 20K. I'm near the end and I haven't broken 17K. That just sounds efficient. That's okay. Isabel, if I put 2 characters in a spot and let them talk, it gets so long so fast. Yep. 59, I'm an underwriter, but I'm trying to change that. Now, here's a good question. How would you go about changing that? I think, in my case, personally, I was underwriting Starlight Farms because I was very much focused on the idea of I want the pacing to be good. And if you're focusing on the pacing, then you're probably underwriting in this kind of idea. If you have to be one or the other, you're probably underwriting. If you're focusing on character in your story, if you're really leaning into the character for your story, in that case, you're probably overwriting because you're letting those characters come out on page. And yeah, I mean, it's not like you do one or the other and your book is wrong because of it. It's just something to think about, right? It's something about your writing style that you can change and experiment with. And that may lead to you unlocking your writing process that changes your life. Because that'd be cool. Justin says, I have like 10 credits built up on Audible. Should I buy Dungeon Crawler Carl or is it a pass? If you like dark comedy, if you can stand a little bit of like not serious but descriptive like gore, because there is lots of like very graphic fights that are all kind of dark comedy infused. If you like that, then I would highly recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl. I listened to all of I think there's 6 or 7 books right now, back to back, while I mowed this past summer, and they were very much enjoyable. If there's one thing that, I'll say this. There's 2 things that Dungeon Crawler Carl does really well that I think writers could learn from, and maybe I'll do a video about this one day doesn't require you to go through Dungeon Crawler Carl if you don't think you like it. It allows the characters to go on these big, impactful side quests that feel like they aren't connected to the main story, right? This is a whole lit RPG thing. But then, usually in the end, you find out they're connected in one way or another. And you had to do that to get where you are now. And that's nice. That's nice. I thought Dungeon Crawler Carl did that really well. I also think for a story that's so sort of grotesquely dark humor, graphic, violent, all this kind of stuff, the author builds these really tender moments between our 2 main characters, which if you don't know who Dungeon Crawler Carl is, it is Carl and his ex-girlfriend's cat, who can now talk. I recommend it. It is fun. 69 says, yeah, I underwrite. That's part of the problem. That's why when I worry about pacing. But pacing can be fixed during editing. Here's the great thing. Just about anything can be fixed in editing. You just have to edit it. And so, you know what? Sometimes that's hard. Millennium Storyteller says, yeah, I very much focus on pacing because I don't want to bore the reader. I've read too many books that overindulge themselves with description. I just want to read the action story. Very relatable. I come from, if you've seen this from some of my other videos, a background in technical writing. And the whole idea of technical writing is like no purple prose, just like this is the sequence of things that need to happen in order for you to achieve a specific outcome. And then I could talk about technical writing a long time. I'm not going to because the concurrent viewer count will dip like no one's business. But the thing I want to say there is I have a tendency to underwrite because of that. That's what happened here. But leaning more after doing that, I do recommend you experiment with really focusing on, what if I do let my characters come out on page a little bit more? What if I do choose to lean a little bit more into world building in this proto draft with the knowledge that I know I'm going to edit out the parts that shouldn't be there? Sometimes you will write scenes that don't make it into the final cut of the book, but you'll find an interaction that you felt like really works, and you can put it somewhere else. So you still have this great moment where maybe it feels more natural. And at that point where it originally was, maybe the pacing's been tightened up a little. That's the benefit of the override. Dream says, my editing is spending 5 minutes on a single line of dialogue and changing "you gotta be kidding me" to "what? Are you serious?" to "you're joking," and then back to "you gotta be kidding me." I think a lot of us have been through those trying times. If any audience will be hyped by technical writing, it's this one. That makes 2 of us. There's literally 2 of us. AD says, editing freaks me out. It brings the laziness in me. Editing is hard. editing is hard. It is way more of a creative endeavor to write your story. It is much more of work, in my opinion. And other people feel it differently. I've seen this in the chat, people saying that they like the editing process. For me, it feels like much more like work. Yeah, you know, you're polishing things up more so than you are creating things. And that's different. Repeating information in my overriding cool setting. I need to make sure I don't refer to the same cool things next time the story goes there, even if it's woven into prose well. Repetition is something that is definitely in proto drafts. This first attempt at writing a story. Now remember, some authors tell you that your first draft is meant for you. It is like, this is the story of you being excited that it's on page, you being excited that it's done this way. And it's only after you start editing it that you're sort of preparing it for other readers. And so if that's the case, have fun with it. Go crazy. Go crazy with it. Yeah, polishing things up for sure. The proto draft should be just you getting the information down in a way that makes you happy, in the way that motivates you to keep writing. And then turning that into the first draft is much more of, I think, a... You know, when I say like going from proto draft to first draft, it's like you get all the parts of your story down, you read the story, and then you realize this story could be better in these ways. That's when you add those moments, those little like foreshadowing, those twists, the payoffs, the setup stuff. That's when you're going into the first draft. Once you have it in the first draft, I think that's when you sort of know like the things that I'm doing to the story. It's no longer like I'm creating these cool new things. It's I'm taking something cool that I've made and I'm choosing to refine it for someone else, right? That's what editing kind of is to me. That can be hard. Use the right tools for the job. Pro Writing Game. My God, he's done it. He's the best to ever do it. All right. Good progress, everyone. I'm loving it. Here's the deal. We have an hour left in the stream. What we are going to do is the first thing we're going to do is one more writing sprint. We're just going to do it. We're going to knock it out. We're going to be productive. We're going to end this stream with 40 minutes of writing time. And then for the rest of the live stream, we're going to look at some of the works created by people in our community, see how much progress that they made, sort of bring it to light and be like, hey, this is something really cool that's happening in our Discord. And if they choose to post about that on the story workshop, you can even follow along. Stray Bubble, hello. 95 words away from reaching my goal. I got great news for you. We're about to sprint and you're going to reach that goal. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Microphone's going off. Lo-fi is going through the freaking roof. And let's do 20 minutes. Let's do it, people. second sprint goes by. It's that easy. Man, 20 minutes goes fast. 20 minutes goes fast. How'd everyone do? How many words you get down? 30. Let's see, we ended here at 36,769. Look at that. Oh, man. Lots of progress. Queen Biscuit, hello. Hello. Millennium Storyteller, 400 words. Argo, 131. Wait, yeah. It sounds so unrealistic when I say it out loud. 131,000. Let's see, who else? Isabel says, oh, my friend works for Alaska Railroad. Oh, yeah. Here's a fun little bit, and I just put it in my story. If you've been following along, learning about Whittier, Alaska, all of the land, maybe not every single bit of the land, but for all intents and purposes, all of the land that the town sits on is not owned by the residents or the government. Whittier, Alaska is owned by Alaska Railroad. That seems weird to me. So that's going to become a point in my book. Queen Biscuit, 600 words. Let's go. Phantom, 628. Dream says, I blinked and it was over. Yeah, that's what happens when you write with a group like this. And you just did 20 minutes of writing. And it went by that fast. Katie Star, 169. Isabel got 699 words on that one. Let's go. 359, my record. Hey, probably my record for that 20-minute sprint. You know what? You set that record on the last day. I love it. It means you just kept progressing. Atario, 600 words. Justin, 551. Wow. Katie says, I was distracted. Lander Valley outline at 17,000. JPB, 767 words. Kiera, 187 words. Dreams, 1,114 words. Love it. Stray Bubble, 427. Wow. Good job, everyone. Name a streamer better at reading numbers off of a screen than me. You're dealing with the best of the best. Ariana says 310. Good job. Good job. Stray Bubble, 427. Oh my gosh. That is some progress. Good job, everyone. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Pulling up some stuff here. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let me tell you what the plan is now. Queen Biscuit says, I'm so sad it's the final stream of the month. Don't be sad that it's gone, but be sad. Wait, be happy it happened. Something like that. I do not know of any other streamers who read numbers off of a screen. One of a kind. One of a kind. That's right. Right there. You see that move? That's right. That's right. Lander Valley says 1 to 200 word synopsis sprint time. That is what we're doing next. And let me get everything all set up here. We're going to focus on some of the stories that you're writing. See what we can do here. And, you know, I'd like to do a better version of this in the future. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Maybe with some cool images or artwork or something like that. But in the meantime, gotta find a place to put Discord over here. We are going to open up into one of my favorite applications. The lovely, the wonderful, slides.google.com. Let's go. I'm going to put up some of your stories, some of your titles, your word counts, and we're going to look at each one of these stories and just give them a second. Just give them a second to be up here on screen, be celebrated, acknowledge all the work and the progress that you made. And then, hey, maybe you find a story that you think is super cool. Maybe you find a story that you're like, you know what, that speaks to me. I want to follow along. I want to follow along with that. That'd be kind of cool. Justin says, man, I really hope you do these writing months regularly. I've had a lot of fun doing these. I do think it should be more than a once a year thing. I guess that means we'll have to find some other super awesome community way. Community excuse to do some writing. Let's pull up some stuff here. Writing, theory, community. Oh man, stories. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so who do we have up here first? We have our lovely Rosewater. Where good things go to rot. Hold on, I'm getting everything squared away. I'll get it up on screen here. And in fact, you know, I should be able to share this. I think I can share this. There we go. Where good things go to rot. Our first story we're going to take a look at here. I'm not going to be reading through all these, of course, that would be insane. But I'm going to put the description up on here. We're going to talk about cool things. We're going to talk about genre. We're not going to have black text on black text. Dang it! That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Where we find our font colors here. Oh my god. Oh no. Exposed. He's a amateur. Where the is it? Not the fill color? All right, you know what? Change of plans. This is from Rosewater. Let's go. You didn't see any of that, right? You just saw me put it up here and let it work. So here we go. And again, very important you keep your synopsises to 1 to 2 sentences so we can all have a turn. Rosewater says, total word count for the project, 95,900 words. That is a whole dang book. For the words accomplished this month, we ended with roughly, minus the 2 sprints that we just did, 53,929 words. That is awesome. Congratulations, Rosewater. Deserved. You put in the work. It says, Etheldred's lover vanishes into the woods, soon to be home to the hungry Finfolk. With no one else willing to save him, she ventures in, becoming inconceivably powerful and inexorably, I'm working on it, corrupted in the process. That sounds awesome. Great little synopsis too. Writing theory seal of approval. I love it. Now these are just the words that Rosewater wrote in November, but again, lots of great progress. Looks fantastic. Congratulations, Rosewater. And I know you got more words even after this. Love it. Great little synopsis too. Next up, we have Margot. We love Margot. Margot's great. The Golden Scales Tale by Margot. Now this puts us, Margot says, and we've seen that number grow throughout all of November. Friends, do not hold yourself to the same standard for what you're about to see me type, because Margot put in the work for 131,000 words in November. Congratulations, Margot. That is awesome. Margot is crushing it. And that's not even considering the 2 little sprints that we just did. Good work, Margot. Anilus Goldenvine arrives at a secret magic school called Golden Scales Academy, where he aims to become the greatest at type magic. But the twist is that there's no big prophecy to solve. Just a look at the ordinary lives of magic students. Sounds like a little cozy. Little slice of life, little cozy. Love it. Love it. Congratulations. Good working. That's awesome. All right, let's see what else we got next. Next up, we have Millennium Storyteller with a title that I love. The Engineered Man. I wonder if I can get better formatting here. Cannot. The Engineered Man. This is by our lovely, what was it? It was Millennium Storyteller. And Millennium Storyteller says word count, still in progress, but word count comes in at 17,028 words. That is some great progress, Millennium Storyteller. Let's go! That is awesome. And I love this because we got a setting that I feel like is maybe it's popular, but a little underrepresented, at least in the genres that I read. In 1899, London, an American inspector finds himself investigating a series of murders linked to an engineer's assistant. He now finds himself locked in battle with a thing he thought could never thought could exist, a man that has been engineered. Oh, great synopsis too. Good job. Very excited to see where this goes. So keep working on it, Millennium Storyteller. November doesn't stop you. You know, you're allowed to also write in December. Hot take. Hot take. Congratulations on that progress. Keep working on it. Love it. Who else we got next? Oh, next we got Phantom. And we're bringing in Greenfield Academy 1, The Siege by Phantom. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Phantom. I think I've read some of Greenfield Academy that you might have shared in the story workshop at some point. And I know we talked a lot. I remember a lot of these very clear details about your story. I am very excited to see what you do with this. I remember I saw your notes that you put in the story workshop about changing certain characters, changing the prologue. So this will be very interesting to see where you're able to take it. And here we go. As far as I remember, I have 4,123 words. That's progress, baby. That's progress. That's 4,123 words you didn't have before. And you got to hit 4,000 words to hit 10,000 words. You got to hit 10,000 words, guess what? To hit 40,000 words. It's all progress. Let's see what the story's about. Over here we got 16-year-old Steve Dillon's journey begins with a dream. Also, Dillon is my brother's name. How about that? Steve Dillon's journey begins with a dream to become a hero. Raised by a single mother and haunted by the absence of his father, Steve's path is driven by determination and a thirst to prove himself. When he's accepted into the prestigious Greenfield Academy, he's thrust into a world of powerful students, intense training, and new friendships. But the road to greatness is anything but smooth. Love it. Love it. Very excited to see what you do with this. Keep working on it. The world needs more stories like this. I'm telling you. Superhero is popular now, and it's popular for a reason, because they're so dang fun. Isabel's asking if my brother's last name is Steve. So Steve Dillon, Dillon Steve. It is not. Surprisingly, my brother's last name is long. What? What? All right, next up we got Katie Starr. Katie Starr with Operation High School. Katie Starr. And Katie Starr says that they were able to achieve 15,476 words. I got you, Phantom. I saw the disconnect. I got you. Now this is one of a couple different stories that Katie was working on. All right, so Operation High School. Let me see here. Let's see what's the best way to do this one. We also had Operation High School. Let's see. Let's do a pipe. There we go. Not Operation High School again. Time and His Hope. And we also worked a little bit on, of course, I Monster. By Katie Starr. Now, we have some different word counts here. I'm going to do a rough calculation, Katie, so I can put it all in one spot. 15.4, 3.8, that's 8.9.2. Hey, that's kind of close. So, we're 19,200 plus 7.6, 90,200, that's 1,600. We'll call it 1,800. Wait, we'll call it 2,800. I actually, not great at math. I know I'm really good at reading numbers. Not great at math. I think that's pretty close though. All right. So because we have 3 stories, I'm gonna go through these pretty quickly. Operation High School, a budding undercover magical assassin. We'll throw this one here with some, budding undercover magical assassin travels to Colorado to find 100 missing persons. Love it. Love it. I love when you combine fun ideas. Undercover magical assassin, I'm in. Colorado, sick. Time and his hope. Fight against the corruption of the earth spread by the Demon King. This is the fairy tale that'll set up the main conflict in my Operation High School setting. Ah, they're all connected. They're all connected. They always have been. Wait, hold on. What's the meme? Wait, they're all connected? Wait, hold on. Where's my preview? Let me make sure I'm in frame, because we all want this. Always has been. Thank you. I'll be here all week. All right, and I Monster, a nonfiction piece. We throw it in here. A nonfiction piece that uses extended metaphor to illustrate my healing and recovery. Wait a minute, I've already got it. Healing and recovery process. Now, Katie, am I correct in that this is the one that was just shared in our story workshop? Let me know. I think that was the case, if I'm remembering correctly. And if that is the case, very pretty writing, very beautiful prose, very enjoyable to read. The content itself, right? The content itself is much more serious, but we can talk, enjoyable to read. You have a very natural style of writing, and that's always fun to experience. All right, who do we got here? Who's next? It is some pretty heavy subject matter, so go in there reading Katie's story with that in mind, but it's something I definitely recommend. It's a story about sort of experiencing those. Well, I won't talk about what the story's about. I'll say instead, it made me think of what were the kinds of things that got me through hard times, right? And I thought about that for a while. Kind of hard sometimes to say, like, first off, here was a specific period that was really hard for me when life is just hard in general. But for me, I think it was Lost. Lost got me through just the stress of college. It was always exciting. Staying up all night watching on my teeny tiny little like iPhone 4 watching Lost. I don't know if that's the perfect reading or a viewing experience, you know. But it was good. It was good. Next we have Day Swallower, who is in the chat. Right, Day Swallower, you still in the chat? By Day Swallower. And Day Swallower ended the... Oh, this is great. It's great to hear it. The goal was 25,000 words. But Day Swallower says it was too good to stop. So word count ended before our sprint today at 33,442 words. Congratulations, Day Swallower. It was too good to stop. That's a great problem to have. Also, and I know you know this, Day Swallower, but I'll put it out there. The idea of novella versus novel classification in this kind of case is just us putting some limits somewhere. You can write whatever story you want at whatever length you want. So if you're like, I want to write a 25,000 word novella, and then you write 33,442 words, if you still want it to be a novella, it's a novella. If you want this to be considered a novel, do it. Do it. We made up all the words. Let's look at Martin Shorn Powders. I love that. It was too good to stop. Is such a great way to phrase it. Forced to confront his war criminal brother, a reluctant captain discovers his own humanity amidst a galactic conflict, ultimately choosing compassion over conquest. A story of war, betrayal, and the struggle for identity in a corrupt and crumbling empire. It's a tale of loss, resilience, and ultimately a hope for a better future. Congratulations, Day Swallower. Great work on your story. I am so happy to hear that your story was too good to stop. 2G, wait. 2G, 2S. Make it a thing. Don't make it a thing. It's not. Yeah, don't make it a thing. It's not great. It's not great. Next up, congratulations, Day Swallower. Good work. Way to put in the time. Next up, we have our lovely chatter JPB with Fractured Nexus by JPB. And JPB, who's been in so many of these streams, I see you, JPB, I see you, says that they got 2 other projects with about 10,000 words each, but this one is at 25,000 words, which feels good whenever you hit a marker like that, you know? That is a quarter of the way to a 100,000 word story. Hey, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see what Fractured Nexus is about. In a future where psychic... Hold on. In a future where psychic connections have reshaped society, a team embarks on a dangerous mission to capture an entity from beyond the veil of human consciousness. JPB, that sounds dope. Sounds like a little, I get Michael Crichton vibes a little bit from that. I get a little, what's it called? Where they go into, oh shit, what's that book called? Starts with an A. We all know what I'm talking about. I'll never remember what that title's called. But very cool. Love the synopsis. I think it's very cool. You are indeed a chatter. Indeed a chatter. Confirmed chatter. Congratulations. And, you know, I'm marking their 25,000 word, but also 10,000 words roughly on each of those other 2 projects. That's awesome. That's progress. Good job. Oh, and then we got Atario. Let's go. I haven't heard a single thing about this story yet, and I have been so curious. So curious. We have To Seek a Truth's Virtue by, just for the sake of typing less, by Frey. Now, currently, and I don't know, Frey, if these were all in November, if this is the total word count, where you were when you came, because I kind of feel like, Teriel, we found each other like halfway through November. I feel like we were like halfway through our live streams when I started seeing you in chat. Then you came to the Discord and was like, hey, here I am. So I don't know what your word count was in terms of how much you got in November, what was there before, but we have 21,000 words, and that is awesome. Shout out to Teriel. Congratulations. Great progress. Loving it. Let's learn a little bit about To Seek a Truth's Virtue. Love the title, by the way. To Seek a Truth's Virtue. Sterling's dreams have been haunting him, making him question his childhood memories. He travels back to the city he grew up in, hoping to find out what had really happened to his parents and why his older brother was so determined on keeping it a secret. Keeping, you know, we love some secrets over here. We love some secrets. Well done, Frey. Well done, Etereal. You're awesome. Good progress. Can't wait to see where you go next. And I hope at some point you feel ready to post something in the story workshop. I'd love to see more of what you write. Oh, next we got prevalent chatter. What a prevalent chatter. Justin Thor with their story, Haunted Mansion. Justin Thor. Let's make this a little better. Let's bring up that text size a bit. There we go. Now, Justin's been in the chat since the beginning. Since the beginning. That's what it feels like, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong. Since the beginning. That's a lot of writing to get done, being in so many of these live streams. And it looks like Justin comes out of this before our last sprints with 17,856 words. Congratulations, Justin. Great progress. Let's go. Good work. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Congratulations. Let's learn a little bit about Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion. Here we go. When a playful socialite, Bambi, and an awkward paranormal enthusiast, already love it, accidentally, Carl, awaken a sadistic witch in a cursed mansion. They must navigate its sinister secrets to survive. As the witch's twisted desires and rituals escalate, the unlikely pair discovers their attraction might be the key to breaking her dark spell. Or fueling it. I love me a good Haunted Mansion story. Get me some characters in a building they can't get out of. Show me all the cool rooms, the secret passages. I'm in. I'm in. That's all I need. That's all I need. Love it. Congratulations, Justin. 17,000 words. Basically 18,000. Nothing to sneeze at? Is that a saying? Keep writing. Keep making progress on it. Love to see where it goes next. Good job. Everyone, these stories are killer. Also, I also love the name Bambi. Very cool. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more stories in the chat. Oh no, it's coming to an end. Oh no. Everyone, breathe. Okay. Next we have Dream of the Muffin. Now, Dream of the Muffin, I'm assuming that you are in the chat as Dreams. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. This story is called Worn to Pieces. Let's make a new, we gotta make our new thing here. Worn to Pieces. This is a retelling of a fairy tale. The Shoes That Were Danced to Pieces fairy tale retelling. I don't know if I've ever heard of that fairy tale. Kirsten, no, it's me. Is that true? Is that true? Wait, who are we talking? Is this Kiera or is this Dreams? Help a brother out. Okay, so this is Kiera. This is Kiera. Hello. Am I right? Okay, Kiera. We're not Dreams. We're Kiera. Kiera Roylance. Yes, we made it. We got the right author. So you're saying this is a grim fairy tale. Shoes That Were Danced to Pieces. I don't know if I've heard of that one, but I haven't read all of the different grim fairy tales. But in the progress, in the pursuit of writing, retelling a great fairy tale, Kiera, Dream of the Muffin, of course, wrote 33,720 words. What great progress, Kiera. Congratulations. That is some hard work. That is some hard work. Be proud of that. That's awesome. Let's learn a little bit about this retelling of Shoes That Were Danced to Pieces. All right, here we go. Princess Analea is the heir to the throne, the perfect daughter. All she wants is to protect her sisters. Her father's announcement changes all of that. She's set to marry the Prince of Kalkin in 3 weeks. Distraught at her loss of freedom and time, she falls into the arms of the enemy. Promises 3 nights of dancing, freedom, romance, before her dreaded end for forever. Chilling. I think my wife would like this one. Princess Analia. What a name. What a name. What a name. We love that. Kiera, good work. Good work. I love it. I'm trying to think what other fantasy retellings have you know, sometimes I've encountered stories that are fantasy retellings. I didn't even know they were fantasy retellings. I was just like, hey, this is a good story. And then later, I'm like on Goodreads and someone's review is like, this was a retelling of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? 33,720 words. Love it. Next up, we have Noble Ari Fish. Noble Larry Fish. Who's that in chat? Who's Noble Larry Fish? Who's Noble, hold on, let him cook. Noble Airy Fish. Ariana, there we go. We got Ariana. Here we go. The Missing Hero. Oh, you could take that a bunch of ways. That could be really cool. By Ariana. Noble Airy. Ariana has, at this point, well, before our 2 sprints, of course, a total 39,047 words. Congratulations, Ariana. Now, Ariana, I feel like I haven't seen your name a ton in the live streams. Have you just been lurking in the back, writing furiously, or have I been blind? Were these words done here in November, or in throughout this month of November? Or were you working on the story before then as well? Yay, fish! Fishing it up, let's go! While you post that, let's go here and learn a little bit about the missing hero. Twig, a young wood elf, learns about magic in her world while she seeks to save her kidnapped uncle. She encounters a wizard who invites her to travel with his group to save those that were kidnapped and stop this evil. That sounds like a quest to me, and I love quests. I love quests. Feels like a good classic fantasy story. Congratulations. Good work, Ariana. Loving it. All right, let's see. We got a couple more. Next, we have AJ. AJ, are you in chat? Ariana says, I don't talk a lot. Most of it was this month, but the unease has been forming for a while. Glad to have you here. Good job. Great work. Love it. All right, next we have AJ. Who is AJ? Who's AJ in the chat? We have Black Diamonds by AJ. Questy times are fun. Agreed. Who's AJ? Wait, do we have an AJ? No, I don't remember them off the top of my head. Who's AJ? AJ, where are you at? Oh, and Juliet, let's go! I love it. All right, with Anne Juliet, that makes a lot of sense now that you point this out. AJ is very clearly Anne Juliet. Oh, no E. Oh, no E. And Juliet with Black Diamonds. All right, let's see what's happening with Black Diamonds. I'm loving this. Black Diamonds. Okay. Oh, we got to get the words. What am I saying? You guys are not going to believe this, chat. Turns out Anne Juliet is a writing fiend. And we didn't even know. We didn't even know we had a writing fiend in chat like this. Anne Juliet says that they've gotten a whopping 55,000 words in November. But they also recently finished their 6th book and hit 1 million words. Anne Juliet, we salute you. Good work. Good work. That's awesome. Let's learn a little bit about black diamonds. You should definitely share some of your other works in the share your links part of the Discord if you haven't already. You might have, but if you haven't. Black Diamonds follows Anika Weber, a lapidary, and the only one who can see the deadly curses woven into the gems adorning the ton. Compelled to become a jewel thief to stop the spreading deaths, Anika must uncover who is behind the curses before the glittering stones claim more lives. Chilling. Very excited to see what you do next. I love it. That is awesome. 55,000 words, 6 books. That is killer. That is killer. And Juliet, it's been great having you in the chat. I've seen you in there. I didn't know you were AJ, but now that you pointed out, duh. All right, let's see what we got next. Next, we have our great friend who wrote Draco Spartanus. Did I get that right? Draco Spartanus by Helljumper. Oh, Helljumper, you've been here since the beginning too. Since the beginning. Now, let's see what kind of words we got here. The total count of this story. Oh, hold on, let me back it up. In November, Helljumper got 3,158 words. And I saw them posting them post-sprint, right? Been seeing those numbers creeping in, which brings the total word count, right? 3,158 November, total word count to 25,883. Shout out Helljumper. Great progress. Keep working on it. Don't let November end and your story end. Know what I'm saying? Bell W, hello, welcome. There is a link to the Discord in the description below. You should come join us. All right, let's learn about Draco Spartanus. What are we gonna get a gladiator story? That's what comes to mind first, and I love me some gladiators. Shout out Silence of the Empire by Christopher Rauchio. Okay, a heavy fantasy story with Adonis, a young man who is in the combat academy of his country to prove himself to his father, who is sinking deeper and deeper into insanity due to trauma and war. One day, when a war threatens the continent and Adonis is thrown into actual combat, he is taught many lessons of what it actually means to be a warrior instead of a fighter. And he learns he cannot save everyone or anyone. I'm rooting for Adonis. Team Adonis, let's go. Team Adonis. Helljumper, make sure you keep updating about that story. We need to follow the trials of Adonis. 2 more. 2 more. And Novella November come to a close. 2 more. Okay. Next up, we have the hilarious, the lovely, the fun, My Friendly Neighborhood Mimic by Stray Bubble. In the Discord, not Stray Bubble anymore. Now, Stray Beto. Should I be saying that word? I'm gonna put it down. Stray Beto. Now, this is great because this story originated in our last writing challenge when Stray Beetle was Stray Bubbles. When Stray Bubbles posted that story, they landed in the top 10. I can't remember the exact place. But their story was a lot of fun. And so I was so excited when I found out that Stray Bubble was taking that story all the way through Novella November. And in that amount of time, Stray Bubble has shot past their word count of 10,000 words and written 10,226. Just past the threshold. Congratulations. Love it. Love it. Great progress. Can't wait to see what happens for our friendly neighborhood mimic. Albedo from Overlord. Gotcha. A man of culture. Yes. All right. You know what? I'm familiar with this story, but let me tell you about our friendly neighborhood mimic. An ordinary office worker suddenly finds himself turned into a mimic. After accidentally eating an adventurer, he vows to never give in to his mimic instincts again, as he finds himself trapped in a secret mimic society. Will he find a way to escape, or will he delve deeper into the secrets of the mimics? There's a name for his type of story like this. Was it isekai? Is that what that was about? Clearly, I'm not the best at anime genre story structures. A lot of fun to read in the writing challenge, so you should definitely check it out if Stray Bubble decides to share the full story at the end of the November stuff. What am I saying? All right, congratulations, Stray Bubble. Love to see it. Love to see the progress. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the last one. Our dear friend Dreams, who I feel like maybe be the first live stream that we've caught Dreams here. Let me tell you about Channelers by Dreams. All right, this is Kiera's story, right? Is that what I'm saying? Just kidding. All right. So, Dreams, so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. You made it to the very last one, but if you find that writing in sprints like this was like kind of cool, maybe it was easy to write, you should check out the recorded ones in the playlist. Maybe you find out that's a really easy way to get an hour of writing done and have a great time while doing it. Let me tell you about Dream's story. Because Channelers, we've already made some progress. Now, we did over 1,000 words today already, or Dreams did, for Channelers, which is awesome, which brings the story total right now to 18,854 words. You love to see a story that's right in the midst there, getting everything put together. Everything's all coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. Congratulations, Dreams. You're doing it. You're doing the dang thing. You're doing the dang thing. And I think it would probably be the benefit to us all if we learned a little bit about channelers. Let's do it. Here we go. In a world where the ability granting technique of aura channeling is tightly regulated, Saren finds his life upended when they inadvertently discover their own channeling ability. As a newly discovered channelers and facing the realities of heavy regulations, nailed it, Saren's dreams of a simple academic life are shattered as he must now navigate the complexities of harboring powerful secrets. It's almost too much for our high-strung history buff to bear, but at least he doesn't have to carry the burden alone. Love it. Lots of charm in there. Lots of charm. This feels like it's going to be a really fun story, Dreams. Love to see. Make sure, hey, if you want to share bits and pieces, get some feedback. If you're into that sort of thing, our story workshop is a great place to do that, if you haven't already. Everyone, look at all of these stories. We got 15 stories posted in here. ranging from a couple thousand words to 100,000 words, all because you put in the time. And honestly, like a lot of other things, writing is about putting in the time. And that's what happened. You put in the time. Hopefully you had fun doing it. And look where you are now. I'm so proud of you. Good job, everyone. Round of applause. Round of applause. Way to go, team. Everyone in this chat right here, it has been so much fun. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have had a good time. It sounds, you've told me time and time again that you've enjoyed it. I listened to that. I think that's super cool. Makes me want to do it again, of course. So yeah. You know, it's snowy here in Wisconsin. It's been pretty cold out there. But like all good live streams, you know, it's all about the community. It's been a lot of fun. Here, let me get this ready. Let's go ahead and do this. Well, I guess there's only one thing left to do. And that's to kind of switch things up. You know, we've been in this room for 40 hours, just sitting here on our computers, and writing is way more than that. So I thought, what if I clip you in? We brace for the weather outside, because it's frightening. Throw on the appropriate attire and let this thing go out with maybe something you never expected. You see, while I've had a lot of fun doing all this, and I really hope you have too, I want to end this doing something different. Maybe something, hold on, you're so close, that you never expected. So why don't we leave this room and come with me. You've never seen a live streamer pull a move like this, because things get crazy here. And we do things different. And that's what you can expect from writing theory. Because it's more than just sitting at a computer. And hey, look, for everyone who joined us for 40 hours, a whole month, I appreciate that. And I guess the only thing left to say is, see you next November. Wish me luck. Let's make our escape. Come on.